Hey everyone, welcome back to the OrtoTech Garage. My name is Keith. Today I'm working on this 2022 Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport. We've previously installed some other off-road components on here. I've got this body armor, Highline short front bumper, and a rough country winch. We put some body armor step sides on here. We've got Icon suspension, KMC wheels with some Falcon Wild Peak tires, a couple other little bits. And today I want to be showing you the installation of this Carvin exhaust system we've got here. This system is made in US. Got a 4-inch tailpipe. I believe we opted for the black tailpipe on this particular vehicle. About to show you the full installation. Let's get into it. Before we get started here, I want to show you what came in the box, and I should say the box was packaged pretty nicely to protect all these components. They've obviously given us the muffler and both the pipes we need. We've got a nice black tailpipe on this. This one came with an option for a stainless steel pipe, polished as well. All the Carvin swag they give you, plus they've included some Callaway Warbird golf balls and a Carvin ball marker. Here's what she sounds like before we install the exhaust. Before we get started installing this exhaust system, I just want to go over a few tools we'll probably need for this job. I've got a couple of impact wrenches here, 1/2-inch drive, a 3/8 drive. They both have 17mm sockets. I've got a 3/8 drive ratchet with a few sockets here, 14 deep. I've got a 14 semi-deep. I've got a 14 on an impact swivel, and then I've got an 8mm Allen. We're going to need that for the black exhaust tip that we're going to install. A pry bar. I've got a wrench here, 14mm. And then just a couple of chemicals. We're going to need a little WD-40 for the exhaust hangers to help them slide out, a little brake cleaner to help us tidy up after we're done if we get some fingerprints, and obviously a couple of rags and some gloves here. So this exhaust system that we're installing is only going to be installed after this flange right here, just past this Y pipe. We're going to be replacing everything after that. So this whole mid pipe, muffler, tailpipe, and of course, we got to get rid of that nice TRD tip that was installed on this car. Put some WD-40 on all your hangers. That's going to help them come off a bit easier. Make sure you put a little on those bolts too. Sometimes these bolts get seized, and you might require a little bit of heat on them. I like to use a pry bar when I'm pulling off these hangers, especially once they're pretty slippery with some WD-40. They seem to come off pretty easy. Of course, be careful once you pop your last one off. You don't want that exhaust system to fall and drop, hit you in the head. This flange right here has got a gasket on it. When you pull your old exhaust system off, make sure the gasket stays on there. If it doesn't, make sure you install a new one. I'm going to put this new mid pipe back in place. Make sure your gasket's in there. When you're installing these bolts, make sure you catch a couple of threads on each one. Sometimes it can be a little tricky to line some of these parts up when they're dangling. Once you've got installed a couple of threads, you can go ahead and snug them up a little bit. Leave it a little bit loose. This way, when you install your muffler section, you can kind of manipulate some things. You might need a little bit of wiggle room to get everything to fit properly. Sometimes these systems don't line up just perfectly, and you need to kind of move it a little bit on each end until you get everything lined up exactly like it's supposed to be. It can take a little manipulation to get everything exactly how you want it. Don't forget to install your clamps before you put your pipes on. They're not going on afterwards. Once you've got your clamp fitted in place, go ahead and slide your pipes together. And you can see here on this flange, there's a little bit of gap in the slit. You want to try to close that up. If you've got any exposed holes in there, those are going to make noise. You're going to leak a little water out of them. Just try to get it pushed all the way on. Make sure it's all the way in place. And once you got everything where you want it, you can go ahead and tighten up those flange bolts. And start working your way back, making some adjustments as needed. I like to leave these clamps a little bit loose. I'm just trying to get a rough fitment right now. And this allows you to have everything somewhat where you want it and still leaves some things free to twist and turn so you can get the perfect alignment on it. Make sure you have some clearance in here. This vehicle has got a lift kit on it. These are aftermarket leaf springs, and obviously it's got some aftermarket tires. These are 33-inch tires. There's not a lot of room in here, and the last thing you want is to have that pipe rubbing the leaf spring. Can't have any clunking or clanging. This suspension is fully unloaded right now, so it's as low as it's ever going to get. Now we can put that nice decorative tailpiece on. Make sure you get it lined up with the Carvin logo all the way up top at 12 o'clock, and then you can get everything tightened down. All right, see how we have some clearance here between the plastic mud flap and the tip of the tailpipe? You don't want anything anywhere close to that. They get pretty hot, and you want to melt your mud flaps. We got everything tightened up now. And then you can see the nice fitment here of this exhaust system. Hangers are installed. Got plenty of clearance around everything. This muffler is quite a bit smaller than the original muffler, so wouldn't expect anything to be in the way there. And then everything's pretty tight back here if you can look in, but we've got some room. This is enough. And when you shake it like this, you bounce it around. If it doesn't clink anything, you've probably got plenty of room there to keep it from making any clunking during normal road vibrations. I think that tailpipe looks pretty good on there. And the last thing we've got to do is fire this thing up and see how it sounds. All right, my friends, that's the full install on this Carvin stainless steel exhaust system for this Tacoma. I hope you followed along pretty well. A couple of things in there might be a little tricky if you got some rusted bolts. Make sure you got plenty of clearance around all your parts once your pipes are fitted. Clamp everything down tight. Maybe give it a little extra on some of those so they don't twist on you down the road under vibration and things. I hope you guys are enjoying this type of content. We got plenty more for you. Check out this video we got coming for you right here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you in the next video.